Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In early 2025, Kevin Costner, the Hollywood icon known for Dances with Wolves, Yellowstone, and most recently Horizon, an American Saga, was slapped with a stunning lawsuit by a veteran stuntwoman. She claimed that a violent rape scene filmed for Horizon crossed every professional boundary, alleging not only negligence but outright abuse. The accusation stunned fans and industry insiders alike. After all, Costner had built a legacy around stoic heroes and epic Americana, not scandal and exploitation. But now, his directorial vision was under fire, not for its box office woes, but for the traumatic experience allegedly endured by a woman behind the scenes. At first glance, the case seemed to echo a familiar post-#MeToo Hollywood narrative. An actress or stunt performer speaks out against a powerful male figure. But this case quickly morphed into something much more twisted, because the stuntwoman suing Costner had already won a major case against another A-lister, one who remains unnamed due to a sealed settlement. And now that legal win is being used against her. Chapter 2. Behind the Horizon. The project at the center of this firestorm, Horizon, an American Saga, was Costner's passion project. Spanning 4 films, it was meant to be an epic retelling of the American West through diverse eyes: women, Native Americans, soldiers, settlers, but the production was not smooth. Rumors of delays, budget issues, and Costner's relentless perfectionism plagued the shoot. One of the more controversial elements of Horizon was a brutal rape scene intended to depict the harsh realities faced by frontier women. That's where the unnamed stuntwoman entered the story. Known for her decades of work in Hollywood, she was brought in to perform a harrowing sequence involving a violent assault. According to her lawsuit, the script had described a simulated attack. But once cameras rolled, the physicality of the scene went far beyond what was rehearsed or approved. She alleged that Costner, as director and actor, pushed the boundaries into real danger. "I didn't consent to that," she stated in her legal filing. "I was injured physically and emotionally." Costner's team hit back hard. His attorneys called the lawsuit a grotesque distortion of artistic intention, framing the scene as a raw but carefully choreographed moment. At no time was the stuntwoman exposed to any unscripted or unsafe behavior, they claimed, but the woman had more than words. She had a history. Chapter 3. History resurfaces. The A-list precedent years before Horizon, the same stuntwoman was involved in a sealed lawsuit against a major A-list actor over a separate on-set incident. According to insider leaks, which some say were deliberately planted by Costner's defense, she had received a hefty settlement in that case. Is she a victim or a professional plaintiff? One anonymous studio executive asked a trade magazine. The legal team defending Costner filed motions to introduce that previous lawsuit into evidence, suggesting a pattern. They painted the stuntwoman as a seasoned litigator who uses sensitive scenes to manufacture claims of trauma and leverage large payouts. But the stuntwoman's lawyer responded with fury. "We will not allow victim blaming in 2025, she said outside the courtroom. "My client has faced harm twice and is now being punished for surviving the first." Still, the damage was done. The court of public opinion turned sharply divided. Chapter 4. Hollywood reacts. The reaction across the entertainment industry was fast and furious. On one side, a chorus of female stunt performers voiced support. "She's telling the truth," tweeted one. "Do you think it's easy to stand up to someone as powerful as Costner? We've all been there." On the other side, a wave of skepticism emerged, much of it fueled by gossip blogs and tabloid speculation. TMZ called her Hollywood's most litigious stuntwoman. Radar Online questioned why she returned to work after her first alleged trauma. Social media exploded. Even Costner's longtime co-stars were drawn in. Some, like Diane Lane, refused to comment. Others offered veiled support for Costner, calling him professional and a stickler for safety. Yet others stayed neutral, citing the ongoing litigation. But behind the scenes, industry insiders whispered that this was less about justice and more about power. "This isn't about right and wrong," one producer said. "This is about who controls the narrative." Chapter 5. The legal war heats up with the court allowing limited references to the previous case. The trial entered a brutal new phase. The stuntwoman's attorneys argued that bringing up her past case was a form of retaliation and attempt to silence women with valid grievances. Costner's lawyers countered that transparency mattered. If someone has a pattern of filing lawsuits, it must be considered. They argued the courtroom became a battleground not just of facts, but of philosophy. What does consent look like in high-stakes filmmaking? How do you choreograph trauma without causing it? One expert witness, a veteran stunt coordinator, testified that Horizon pushed the line. He said he refused to be involved with the scene in question because it didn't feel safe. Meanwhile, the woman herself testified with raw emotion. "It wasn't acting anymore," she said. "I felt like I was reliving something I thought I buried long ago." Her words struck a nerve. Even critics of her credibility paused. Chapter 6. Costner strikes back. Kevin Costner, under mounting pressure, finally broke his silence. In an exclusive interview with a respected outlet, he admitted the Horizon scene was intensely emotional, but denied any wrongdoing. "We rehearsed it, we planned it. I cared deeply about every person on my set. I've worked with hundreds of stunt professionals. This was no different."
He went on to say, "This film was about telling the truth
of American history. Some parts are ugly. That doesn't mean we were uglying how we made it." Still, his words didn't quiet the storm. In fact, his refusal to settle the case, as he had reportedly been advised to, only added fuel to the fire. Some saw it as arrogance. Others saw it as a man fighting for his name. Chapter 7. The final blow or a new beginning. As the case neared its conclusion, something unexpected happened. The judge, citing the stuntwoman's past settlement and the inflammatory media coverage, issued a stern warning to both sides. This courtroom is not a circus. It is a place of law, not theater. Observers noted that this was perhaps the most Hollywood case of all time, a lawsuit about a rape scene in a Western film, featuring a megastar director, a seasoned stuntwoman, a sealed settlement, and the ghosts of past trauma. And it wasn't over. Rumors began swirling that a major documentary network had secured rights to produce a multi-part docuseries about the case. Think Framing Britney Spears, but in the world of stunt doubles and on-set justice. Meanwhile, advocacy groups used the case to push for new regulations in film production. "Stunt coordinators should have legal authority on dangerous scenes," said one activist. "It can't just be director's vision anymore." Chapter 8. Where do we go from here? Whether the stuntwoman wins or loses this case, one thing is clear. Hollywood is at a crossroads. The very system that once demanded women suffer in silence is now being challenged, sometimes messily, sometimes manipulatively, but undeniably. Kevin Costner, regardless of verdict, may never escape the shadow this lawsuit has cast over Horizon and over his storied career, and the stuntwoman accused by some of being a serial litigant, hailed by others as a brave truth-teller, remains a symbol of a deeper battle. Who gets to write the rules when art imitates pain? Final words. This isn't just about one movie, one scene, or even one lawsuit. It's about an industry that for too long blurred the lines between storytelling and real suffering. As this courtroom drama plays out, the rest of Hollywood is watching. And maybe, just maybe, learning. Thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe our channel to get update news.